Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Airsoft video. Now today I want to talk to you guys about a few different things. The first of which, and probably the most exciting, is this right here, my brand new TM Recoil M4 SOP mod. Now as you can probably tell already, this thing is slightly customized. Rather than having your standard SOP mod wrist rail at the front, we have a 13-inch Geisley M-Lock rail, which I have to say does look very cool, and it does make it the longest rifle I've ever owned. Of course, normally I go for CQB kind of carbine length rifles, maybe 10.5 inch rails. Of course, my Crytek CRB has a 10.5 Defiance rail, so this is definitely the longest rifle I've ever had. But I picked this weapon up recently from one of the guys down at Concept Tactical and JDAirsoft in the hope of making it my main weapon for Milsims in the next few months. Of course, for 2016 I have got a lot of Milsim events lined up, and having a bit of a longer rifle with a longer internal barrel gives you a little bit extra range and distance, which of course for a Milsim can prove useful. But of course, as many of you guys will already know, one of the main reasons you get a TM Recoil, except for the exceptional performance and reliability, is of course that extra sense of realism. So first off, as the name suggests, this is an electronic recoil weapon, and I have to say, after using the Tinywind for a few months now, I was expecting to be a little bit disappointed, but I have to say, the recoil on this, especially just for an AEG, is actually pretty impressive. Now, one of the other great features of this weapon is the bolt stop function. So if you are using the TM mid-cap magazines, not only does it feed every single last BB in that mag, but once it runs out, the trigger stops working. You literally can no longer dry fire the weapon. And until you put a fresh magazine in and hit that bolt release button, you can still no longer fire. So that's a pretty realistic feature, but I'm sure until you get used to it, it probably will get you killed. I've been practicing with the weapon recently on the range, and there have been a few occasions where I've stuck a new mag in, gone to pull the trigger, and I forgot to hit that bolt release button. So it's a pretty realistic feature, but until you get used to it, it probably can prove a little bit annoying. But of course, if like myself, you are looking for that extra sense of realism, it's a pretty cool feature. Now currently, internally, the weapon is completely stock apart from a little bit of rewiring, so I no longer have to use the TM proprietary batteries, but I'll soon be getting the spring upgraded because one of the few disadvantages of TM recoils is they do come with a pretty much subpar FPS, around about 270, so if you are running 2.5s, you're getting about 255 FPS. So soon I'm going to be getting it upgraded with an Eagle 6 M100 spring to bring it right up to around about 340 FPS. And if I can get my hands on one, hopefully in the near future, I'll be getting a Spectrum MOSFET fitted, which basically makes the weapon have a trigger response which is out of this world. So hopefully soon, this thing will be pretty impressive. So in the very near future, you are going to be seeing a lot of gameplay from this weapon, especially at Milsims, but I thought I'd just introduce you to this piece of kit and kind of show you the starting point as this weapon begins to evolve. Now I also want to remind you guys, you have about a week left to enter my 100,000 subscriber competition to win yourself 2 TRMR Deadpool grenades, an X-Cortec chronograph, and some other little cool goodies as well. So if you haven't entered yet, or you want to know how to enter, make sure you check out the video. I will leave it linked in the description below. It's my 100,000 subscriber giveaway video. So there are some pretty cool prizes on there, so make sure you get your entries in before the end of the month. Now as well as that, I had a lot of comments in that video saying you want to see me do some question and answers, some tip videos. So in the comments down below here, I want to have some questions from you guys, anything to do with Airsoft. We're going to do a Q&A regarding Airsoft in the near future, so leave all your comments down below. I will try and pick the best ones out, and I will give you a shout out in the video if your comments of course are picked. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. The last week has been crazy. Since we hit 100,000 subs, we actually gained another 1,000, and that was including YouTube did a cull where it deleted accounts that were no longer active. So I actually lost 200 subs and still gained 1,000 subscribers in the last week or so. So it's been a crazy ride at the moment. So once again, I want to thank you guys for all the constant support. It does mean a lot to me. So if you did enjoy this video, of course, don't forget to leave a like and all your questions for the Q&A down below. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.